The 2018 McLaren X2 is regarded by many as the new king of Asphalt 8, or at least the new king of Class S. However, I hate to say it, but in my opinion, I think this car is a lot more useless than many people think, and is a lot less worth it than many people think. So I will tell you why. Obviously, you don't have to agree with my opinions, but this is just how I feel. Hope you guys enjoy. Before we really take a look at the car itself, I want to look at the championship event that was held to win this car. Now, this championship, I thought it was going to be pretty easy, because some professionals of Asphalt 8, yes, there are professionals of the game, it's crazy, right? But some of them said that the lowest tuning to win this car was Pro 6010. And I was like, hey, that's pretty good. That means not that much upgrading and you can win the car. Still, it was really hard to win this vehicle. The biggest issue was the upgrades for this car. Since this vehicle is an F1 car, the upgrading is very different from the rest of the vehicles in the game of Asphalt 8. There's no maxing, there's just proing, but there's 10 Pro Kit levels. Each Pro Kit level requires some special racing engine. For this car, it was the legendary racing serial engine thingy that's really hard to get. And sure, this event did give some boxes to help you pro this car, but was it enough? For the most part, yes. But in Tokyo, that's where it got really difficult. You see, by the time I reached Tokyo, my car's tuning was at 3010. That's no bueno, because the minimum tuning needed for some of these challenges was 6010. I was so far off. I needed, let's see, 5 of these racing engines. Uh-oh, that's not good, right? But here's the thing. If I managed to reach 235 trophies, I could get one of those big boxes to help pro this car. That would give me 4 of these engines needed. But I still needed one more engine, meaning I'd have to buy those stupid token boxes that give you 3 cards. And I bought 4 of them until I found one of those engines. So that cost me over 1,000 tokens to get one engine. It's crazy. And to get to 235 trophies was not an easy task either. I was so far away. I was at like 160 or something. I needed 70 more trophies in order to get to that reward. That meant I had to do every race before Tokyo, on every map. I mean, look at here. I'm scrolling through all the maps of the championship here, right? You can see that I've completed almost everything. There's a few races, sure, that I didn't do, but those races were really hard. They either wanted some perfect runs on a really hard map, or 4 barrel rolls, or something like that, but I finished everything I could do to barely get me to the 235 mark. I'm gonna say I spent about 600 tokens buying tires just to get to the 235 mark, and even when I got that box at 235, all the challenges were still really hard to complete. The minimum tuning of winning this championship of 6010, that's for those professional players. I'm not a professional, so I had to upgrade it even more, meaning I had to buy even more of those boxes that give 3 cards, so that's another couple thousands of tokens in order to get the engines I needed. So my final tuning was 7010-1, and that worked out somehow. And even then, most of the challenges on Tokyo were very close calls by 0.03 seconds or something like that. It was super close, and I almost lost so many challenges. Just on the Tokyo map itself, I spent over 700 tokens having to buy tires over and over again to try to beat challenges. Because by the time I reached Tokyo, there was 1 day left in the championship, and I was afraid I wouldn't be able to do it the next day, so I had to win it that night, and it was super costly. My token levels have depleted by a lot. And adding on to the number of times I had to retry challenges, another reason was because this car slips a lot. It's just that way. The aerodynamics, the way it was built in this game, it slips so much, it just crashes randomly. So that was another reason why I had to redo challenges over and over again. But okay, I know you guys want to see the mastery, so let's get to it. At a rank of 1636, I unlocked most of the mastery, and guess what? Surprise! There's not much that's really useful. Licenses, nothing else. It's a very bland mastery. There's nothing there, no tokens, no interesting things, no double credits. Very big disappointment. I do have to say, however, I heard that Challenge 15 in this car's mastery is a pretty good farming race and you can get a lot of money. But to get there, you gotta pro out the car. But how does this car do in multiplayer? Now obviously, when it's completely pro'd out, it's really fast and will be really useful. But to get there, you need a lot of those legendary engine things. Right now, I'm pretty sure none of us have enough of those, so we can't pro it out completely. But at a rank of 1636, it does okay in multiplayer. Now, I did wreck a lot in these races, but do keep in mind, this was when it was off-season in multiplayer, meaning my competition was mostly just trolling cars and a bunch of people with really bad cars. So, the competition, take it with a pinch of salt, it was easier than usual. I probably would have lost a lot more. In this race though, I could have definitely gotten first place if it wasn't for this total BS you can see right here. Like, what? How did I hit that roof? How? No! No! Looking at the speedometer, you see 336 miles an hour at this rank of 1636. Welp, this car has fake speed of 87.22%, meaning it's actually going 290 miles an hour. And at a rank of 1636, that's not very good. Most other multiplayer vehicles can go above 300 miles an hour at this rank, so that is a cause for concern. This car's only good in multiplayer at max prod, where it reaches its full speed and full acceleration and is capable of beating many cars. But until you get there, you're stuck with this car that's mediocre in multiplayer. In summary, the championship for this car was hard, this car's expensive to pro, it's very hard to pro, and until you pro it completely, it's kinda useless. The only upsides are that it's good in multiplayer once you fully pro it, and that its Challenge Mastery 15 is great. But until you pro this car, it's just another collector's item. And with that, thank you so much for listening. This is the end of the video. I hope you at least somewhat enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. If you didn't like this video, also hit that like button, because why not? Also, comment what you think is good about this car and what you think is bad about this car, and if you agree with my opinions, because if you don't, that's fine. I respect your opinions too. And if you really like this channel, feel free to subscribe. We're called the Cheese God Army, and so far we've passed 17,000 people in this army. I'm really proud of that. So I mean, look at this innocent face, right? He looks happy, but if you subscribe, this man will smile so much more. I mean, come on, you want that guy to smile more, right? Also, I have a YouTube Instagram at the official Axis where I post pictures about me and supercars. How interesting is that? Not really? Well, you should check it out anyway. We've passed 715 followers, so that's pretty cool. Check that out. Our goal is to pass 900 followers so that I pass my main Instagram that I use in my school life. That'd be pretty cool to have a bigger YouTube Instagram than my regular Instagram. I think that's just really awesome. So feel free to check that out at the official Axis. Link in description if you want to check it out. Besides that though, thank you so much for listening. Hope to see you in my future videos. Bye bye guys. See ya.